friends, I hope you're having a great day or night. This is part 4 of a series of classes using Unreal Engine 5 focusing visual effects. So today we're going to continue importing assets. We will be using assets from Unreal Engine Marketplace. It's much easier for you to bring them. All the material, everything is going to be ready for you. It's not as importing from another software or a website that we need to figure out where to put the textures and how to create the materials and things like this. Again, much easier. If you're getting from ArtStation, you might get things for Unreal. The same maybe in 3D Trader, you could find some material and some assets that were made for Unreal. But again, Unreal Marketplace is much easier. So we just open the launcher. You can do the same from the internet, okay, using a internet browser. But we're going to use here the Marketplace. You can go and click beside your clock. It has the icon there, or you can go in here and click Marketplace, and this should appear maximized, and you should be able to see it. We're going to use free. There's a lot of free stuff. Just clicking over here, and just be aware, every month Epic Games give a lot of free assets that you can purchase for free, so you pay nothing. You just go and get it and put on your vault. And vault I'm talking about is the library here, so you can see that you have all your assets in here. I have a bunch of them, and most of them are actually free assets that I got, right? So you can get them for free and it will be yours forever while you have your account. We're gonna go and click in free over here, and this is showing all the free things, and you can see there's 42 pages of 20 different assets, so it's a bunch of things. And I'm going to go, I think, page 2. Yeah, page 2, and you can see that I have the bomber here, B2, and I'm going to show you how you can download. You can purchase any of these assets very easily, just clicking on it and clicking free, and that is going to give you access to it. So just wait, and then there you can add to a project. So I'm gonna go down, add to the project. Now when you click on add to the project, this something that you need to be aware, this was made for 4.27. that's the Unreal Engine version that is supported. We are not using that, we're using 5. So it's still okay. You just click in there, add to project, you show all projects, and then you search for your project. Mine is YouTube classes. I'm gonna click in there, and it's giving you here a warning, say, hey, we do not have that for Unreal 5, but that's okay. You say, hey, bring 4.27 asset to Unreal 5, and that should be fine. So for when you're using assets that do not have code, do not have blueprint, this is okay. If you bring something with code, it can be a problem. This does have some kind of blueprint, but I don't think it's going to be an issue. So we're just gonna click add to project, and that's saying, hey, you want to override it? Yes, I already imported that, and it's going to give me a fail because I already have that and my project is open. Okay, so when you are importing things, I feel that if you close your engine, that would be better, and then you would not get that problem, most likely. If it persists and you still have that problem, say restart your computer, but it should be fine most of the time. So we just click there, and it's going to start downloading, and after a few minutes it's going to be done. You'll see the download here that there's no task, and it should be good. This was just 400 megabytes, so it should be really good and really fast. So now we have that. We have this is something that I did before, but what we want is we're looking for this specific asset. This is from Vigilant. You can see there, Vigilante. So we're gonna click on that, and if you go down, you're gonna see that we have now an asset that was imported. So we have this folder, and in there you will be able to find your asset. So in this case, the vehicle, because the vehicle collection, and we're gonna go and click there, and we can go and get now the same way the skeleton mesh, or we have some blueprints, we have some the stack mesh, maybe no more skeleton physics asset, but we can use this one. So I'm going to go and bring that in, and I just drag in, and we have there. Okay, it's still very bright. Let's make this scene a little bit darker, a little bit more. Maybe you can do like a sunset kind of thing. Let's do something like that. Yeah, that's nice. Now, sometimes instead of add to project, you actually need to create a project, and that can be a little bit of a problem. So if you find any asset that say create project, then you try to create for the version. The only thing is some of them, they're going to say, hey, I can create just for 4.27. That means you need to download 4.27, and then once you download that, you can go and migrate it to Unreal 5. Okay, so I'm gonna open a project here really quick that I have some assets, and I'm going to show you how you can migrate, and then you can migrate for this. So just a moment. So as you can see here, I just went to my library and I search, and then I click here medieval, and as you can see, there are some that say create project. So if I go and click on this one, for example, I click in there, I need to create. I cannot do for Unreal 5. So I will create Unreal 4.27. I'll download Unreal 4.27, and then I will go inside of that file and I will migrate it to Unreal 5. So if I go here, as you can see there, we have it a bunch of stuff. And let me find something that I want to export. We have here rocks, okay? And I have, let's say that these rocks here, and I want to migrate that to the other project. You can do the whole folder, but I'm gonna do just this one. So I right click, okay, and then I go migrate. If you are here and you click on this folder on the content browser, this is just the content browser, okay, you can also go right click and migrate. Sometimes if you want to select to migrate a specific texture or a specific material, that migrate might not show. It's just getting a little bit slower here. So right click and you can see there's no migrate. But if you go asset action, you can also find migrate. You also can export. This is a texture, but again, migrating will be easier. So we're gonna go just click migrate and we can migrate that. Let's just migrate these rocks. I'm gonna get this one here. This is a pretty cool one. I'm gonna go asset and then migrate, and what it's telling me here is, hey, there's a lot of assets, there are things that are connected to this, so I will need to also export that. Always let them clicked, okay, don't remove them, otherwise it's gonna have some problems. So for example, this rock's actually using part of a material from the Paragon props, and then I populate that material with the same textures that I have for the rocks, but I made the rock a little bit more interesting. So if I click OK, that's going to ask me where I want to migrate. My project here, Unreal Project Preview, and in there I have content. Always when you're migrating, you need to select the content folder. The contents here, again, your hard disk is where all your project is located. If you select anything else, it's going to give you an error message. So select content, and then you should be like this with the content inside of project you want. You just say yes, I want to do it, and then it's going to start copying it, and then it copies it. So now if I minimize this, I'm gonna say, hey, I don't want, I was just showing that you could download that, so just minimize this. And if I go here now, we should find inside of content those rocks, and as you can see, we have those rocks there. And the one that I brought is this one, so I can go and drag that in. It's going to compile the shaders, but I should have that come in, and I have a huge rock on my scene as well. Let's make this a little bit smaller. Again, it takes some time to compile. Every new assets or new projects, you will have compiling shaders. If you modify a material as well, it will have some compiling shaders too. And the last thing I want to show, that's something new that Unreal 5 also have, is the Quixel Bridge. So you can bring a lot of materials, textures, and assets from Quixel Bridge. directly from Unreal. And this is super awesome. Hopefully this will keep growing and we have a lot of assets. But if I want to bring something from here as well, I can go, for example, a street, and I could go and bring this barrier here. And it's very easy once you have this logged in. So you just sign in. Okay, I'm gonna sign in on mine here, and I think mine is already signed in. Yeah, mine is done because I have done it before. You can go and click on this, and you can just drag this in. Now I want to drag this over there, right? And I want to use Nanite because Unreal Engine 5 have Nanite technology. So we want to do that. You could click download and you would download in a folder called Megascan here, but there's an easier way. We can also just drag. So this is downloading from the cloud and is instantaneously bringing this asset for you. So this is super awesome. You can build crazy stuff, and you can see they're still downloading, but I have it here. So it does give you a lower resolution of the asset, and then once it's downloaded, it's going to give you the higher resolution, and it's still compiling and preparing textures, but you're there. You can keep working while things are downloaded. See how crazy and how cool this is. So really awesome. That is bridge again is on plus, and you can see in here. So you can import content, you can use the Quixel bridge, you can download things from the marketplace, and you can migrate it from other Unreal Engine versions, as I showed you before. I hope this video was useful. If you liked the video, you know what to do. Have a great day or night. Bye now.